Come up, Sarah. Sarah. Come up. Good girl. Oh, we got Ricky and Sarah in a pair here. Your problem's going to be Sarah keeping up with Ricky. Ricky's hard-mouthed, you know, however you've mouthed him, I don't know, but all I've got, how you've mouthed her, I should say, I've got a bit of rubber in their mouth. That's all. When I'm driving them on a bit of rubber, try and get their mouths back. You say they go on the voice. Well, if they went on the voice like ours do, you know, our horses we break from the start, they would be like, you know, they would be, you know, you wouldn't need any bit really to speak of. Come on, baby. That's it. So we can't go far because of the light, you know, obviously. So we're just going down here to these mirrors and we'll turn round. Come on, Sarah. Sarah. That's it, Sarah. Come on. So you've got two different strides on them. That's a problem. Not because she's lazy. It's just his natural walk is a bit faster than hers. If you look at them, look, they're ox to back together. 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 Now they're going out of step. That's because they're not in step. I.e., you know, to make a pair of them, we've got to get this horse fit yet. You know what I mean? Obviously. Come on, baby. You know, that's what we've got to do, is get this horse nice and fit. This donkey, I'll get it right in a minute, this donkey nice and fit. That's it. So they're in a pair anyway and they're going, they've got a long way to go yet. And it's just all depends how much, you know, how much you can afford time-wise. But, you know, we're pushing them as fast as they can go. This is their first time in. And it's the first time in? Yeah, first time in, yeah. First time in. Side by side. We think we've sorted Ricky's mouth out as far as turning right. I'll just show you here now. Come round, babies, come round. Come round. Going back now. I don't believe in whips and I don't like, but I'll teach you what to do by not using a whip yet, still communicating with them. I'll make one up for you. Come on, Sarah. Come on, Sarah. Well, we've done a bit of traffic work. Fortunately, this week, what we've got to do is we've got a lull before Christmas, you know, so it's been good really because we've been able to devote a lot of time to them. Although, on saying that, sometimes just because you've got hours to spend on them, it don't mean to say they can take in what you want to do. You know, you say to me they're, you know, very bright and like that. They can still only take in so much. The brightest child at school, you know, once they've done their day's work, they're, you know, they need time not to work, if you know what I mean. That's the way I see it anyway. So she's coming up now, Sarah. You know, I've broke quite a few donkeys in my time, and the problem you got here is not that this one's not willing, little Sarah. She's willing enough. The problem is the other donkey here, Ricky, has got a bigger stride. So, you know, when people talk about, oh, once they've been driving a while together, let me tell you, that's a hard thing. Because one horse, obviously, if it's got shorter legs from its elbow down to the ground, it's always going to be working harder, because if you've got 3 inches more leg, you can say virtually 6 inches more stride. Well, that's a lot, because in 6 strides you've done a metre, isn't it? So that's what we're doing. And I don't like this, having to keep her up all the time, just tapping her like this. She is getting better, and she will be good eventually, but it's, you know, it's time. Keep putting her up in there like that. It's time, and that's what you know, you've got to be patient with them. At the same time, you've got to exert your authority over them. Now, the lady who owns these, her authority would not be mine. She broke them herself, and fair play to her, you know. I don't take nothing away from that, but I would have broke them maybe different, you know, and a little bit more, yes, you will do as you're told, wouldn't go amiss, you know. You see them being driven in Africa, don't tell me they're all starving, some of them are and some of them are not, but they, you know, you see them driven in Africa, and you'll find that oh, when's your last day, boys? Tuesday, alright, mate. Watch out, Tuesday. Alright then. Come on, mate. Alright. Trot. There's good girls. Just trot. Good girls. Just trot away. Good girls. Trot away. So when people say, oh, well, I discipline my animals, I do this, I do that, it won't be my discipline. I hate that. I'd throw that whip away and never have another one as long as I live. But in this particular case, you've got to have one, yeah? Because I try and train the horses just to go on my voice. Trot on, come on. Trot on, baby. Good girls, come on. Trot on. That's what I try and do, you know. I'm trying to get them to do what I want, because I'm asking them rather than pushing them, you know. I hate pushing them, it's no good. People say to me, how long does it take to break one? Well, normally it takes me 6 weeks. But sometimes, that other week, sometimes with some, steady babies now, going down here. Come back a bit there, Rick. Rick, come back, Ricky. Come back, Ricky Tiki Tavy. Come back, that's it, nice and steady down here now. Hold it back. You see, I'm teaching them now to hold this going downhill. Well, they've never done that in their lives, only been in singles. So you see me reins are slack, look. And the britching's working on their bums. Can you see? Here, look. I've got this purposely low. We can adjust all this, but I want it low to start with. Just to see how they move against it. You know, whether they want to kick or not, back against it. So, here you go, going downhill. Looks quite steep. And they're putting their behinds into it. Even Ricky here. Rick, come back a bit more. Rick, steady. That's it. So with slack reins, I've got them going downhill, holding the weight of this vehicle back. That's quite an achievement in the time we've had them. But, you know, the lady would say maybe, well, yeah, I must have broken right, they wouldn't do that. Let me tell you, they've been hard work. These donkeys I've been able to do twice a day. So you could say to me, well, why don't you do all your horses twice a day? Sometimes if I, you know, think they need it, I give them 2 short lessons. But these donkeys, with these particular 2, I've broke loads of donkeys, but these particular 2, what you can do is give them a lesson in the morning and let them digest it and do it again in the afternoon, because some horses can take half an hour, some horses can take a lesson of 2 hours, some horses can take, and they vary. As they get more interested in what they're doing and being out on the road, which is the secret, you know, being out, being driven, whether it be on the road or anywhere else. So the problem we got, this donkey's a bit bigger on the near side. It don't look it because we're using the camber of the road to equal the job out, yeah? Coming up nice now. But all I've got is rubber in their mouths. And the lady said to me they wouldn't turn, this donkey wouldn't turn right, wouldn't turn, you know, wouldn't turn, and this donkey was hard to stop. Well, I think we've cured that on the long range. Obviously, time will tell. But if I bring them over here now, look, you see with the lightest of touches with 2 fingers, You know, if I bring them over, they're crossing the road, can you see? And if I bring them back with this one, just 2 fingers, they're coming back over here. So as far as the steering goes, I've just got to get my Sarah to go up a bit more. And what we might do, you know, some horses, you know, different ones, how you train them. See, what I would have done with these in their training as a pair, they wouldn't have worn breeching sometimes, and sometimes they would. Either start off with it or not have it on, or put it on first according to the horse, put it on for a day, take it off halfway round. Because when they come back, come on darlings, come on now, come on, get up, come on, come on in, that's it, come on. First time they've seen that, see, well I don't mind, I ain't going to force them over it, get off and start pulling them and smacking them and hitting them, that's no good. They've got to get used to it. So, you know, take another lot coming up down here in a minute. You know, yellow writing on the road. You've got to give them a bit of time. You can't, you know. What I don't like is when they've not been, these horses, these ponies, these donkeys, sorry, weren't broke properly in the first, in my opinion. Yeah. The lady's not made a bad job of them. I'm not knocking the ladies. Not made a bad job of them at all. But they weren't broke properly. A little bit more discipline put into them, which is nothing to do. If I'd have been broke my way, I wouldn't be using this now to tap her up, because the word would be good enough and she'd go forward. Yeah, come on Sarah, up you go, come on Sarah, that's it. Which, how can I say to you, it's something that, you know, it's the experience, you know when to do, what to do, how to do it, you know. But donkeys say to me, donkeys are different, donkeys ain't any different to horse, you know. Or a mule, or someone said to me the other day, be very careful, these are Morgan horses, you've got to be different with you ain't. They're all the same. What they've got to do is respect you, main thing, and want to do what you're asking them to do. I see this now, we're bringing them over this yellow stuff, not too bad, you know. They might not have seen this before, I don't know, they maybe have. Come over my darlings, that's it. Good boy, come on, good boy, yes you are. Good lad. Whoa, 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 whoa.